Okay. Hello and good morning. Welcome to the yet another episode of Dekho Apna Desh. Today we are going to showcase one of the culture of India, one of the finest cultural heritage of India, that is the Navratri dance that happens in basically in Gujarat. The Gujarati community's festival Dandiya is famous all over the world, and this festival is celebrated in a span of 10 days. The dancing night after night for non-stop till morning with family and friends, and this goes on. This is a very big festival that attracts people to visit Gujarat. This Navratri is a celebration of goddess Durga, and this festival gives an marvelous opportunity for uh, all other people to visit Gujarat and uh, experience this special festival. Many things to learn upon in this festival and know about the culture and heritage of Gujarat. There are many things involved in this. This festival is not only celebrated in Gujarat, I could find this is celebrated all over the world. I could find this community in every part of the world, and it is celebrated in London, UK, US, everywhere I could find. Even in Singapore, I have seen, I have participated in this festival.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
going in details further, we have an expert in this field and very knowledgeable person, Mr. Girish Gupta, who is also one of our regional guide in the western region, and he is founder of National Heritage Volunteer based in Gujarat, and he is creating training awareness program for cultural heritage walk tours, and especially for the Mahatma Gandhi historical sites, salt march, etc. He had conceptualized and designed 11 walking tours, different tours, and that he has divided in 11 groups for Ahmedabad city. And you know that the Ahmedabad city, the city area, the village area in Ahmedabad has been given this World Heritage status. The village tours, 12 village tours across Gujarat. So he has planned and conceptualized 12 village tours. And he is he has organized the Salt March, which was hosted by Gujarat Tourism and which was flagged off by the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. That was the first program under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So, being an expert, Mr. Girish Gupta will tell more about this walk tours and more about the heritage culture, this Navratri festival, Dandiya, and the villages. And certainly, we will be able to know much more, because those who have visited Gujarat, they may also not be knowing much about these things. What he is going to tell us. So now I will hand over to Mr. Girish for further sharing his views and his knowledge about these tours. Over to you, Mr. Girish.
Thank you, Mr. Suman. Thank you for the wonderful and kind words and humble words using and that is projecting uh, Navratri. 9 nights are celebrated, and 10th day will be celebrated. So it's a fusion of day and night celebration. नमस्ते, मेरा नाम गिरीश गुप्ता है और मैं गुजरात से हूँ। पूरे नवरात्रि का त्यौहार जो है जितने भी गुजराती, all the Gujaratis settle in Gujarat, settle across the country, settle across the world, on the other side of the planet, I promise you, they will manage to see that they reach their hometown, their home village, their home city during this 9 nights celebration plus 1 day celebration called as Dashara. ये इसलिए है, it's a reunion of the family. Like Diwali, people want to meet, people want to greet, people want to be there with their family members to enjoy sweets, to enjoy meeting, to enjoy uh, क्रैकर्स, बम फटना, ये भी बहुत ही सुनना समझने वाली बात बनती है. सेम थिंग हैज हैपन टू नवरात्रि. Despite there were restrictions during pandemic that celebration will not be done, we have a very micro style garba. When I say micro style garba, meaning there our houses, colonies, people will come out and they will be celebrating into their own locality, putting earthen jar, perforated earthen jar, lit it with oil lamp, mother goddess statue behind it, keeping round, 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 clapping and praising mother goddess, we call as Sheri Garba. Maybe 10 members, maybe 12 members. So that was the norm, been very successfully practiced. Despite there was restriction, 10 people were allowed to perform. So in every lanes and by lanes, this Sheri Garba was very successful, and people were happy that they were able to attend, they were able to perform, praising Mother Goddess. If you talk little behind, if you go little behind, थोड़ा पीछे और भी जाएंगे, the Indus Valley civilization, Lothal is considered to be the port town of those time. I'm talking Indus Valley civilization which dates to 2500 to 3000 BC. Is a journey of 5000 years. And when excavation was done, the artifacts found, of which one of the jar was perforated jar. It was intact in condition as it was terracotta, and we know very well that terracotta doesn't fuse up, doesn't melt, doesn't, that is say, goes up into the with the environment. It being a baked clay, and that baking temperature was 1200 degree. वो परफोरेटेड जार का टेम्परेचर, बेकिंग करने का टेम्परेचर 1200 डिग्री सेल्सियस था. एंड दैट परफोरेटेड जार, it is been said that no people, every people has their own version of interpretation. मैंने देखा what I draw, it is 6. Maybe from other side people will say it is 9, and simultaneously both are correct, because the version, the interpretation is what they see it. So when people, excavation team, archaeology team, when they put out the pull out the jar, we Gujaratis immediately interpreted and said that this is garbi. Garbi is the perforated jar where the oil lamp will be kept and Mother Goddess statue will be behind it. And people from other region again said no, maybe it will be an extracting a fruit, pressing, compressing fruits from the top, and the skin and residues remain inside and juice will be extracted. So interpretation was correct for them also, but as it was found in Gujarat near Ahmedabad, for us it was definitely a Garbi, a Garba place. Bhimbetka also has that presence. And what I show you the first slide number 1, that's the place in Banaras. celebration of Ram Leela, the 10th day celebration. But event has culminated Ram Leela during Navratri in Banaras. It was in 1834. Sketch was taken by James Persep. This, to the best of my knowledge, I got it through internet only, but it seems that this is the oldest celebration showing of Gujarat festival. Navratri celebration is में Navratri. We have 5 Navratri during all the sessions. एंटायर कैलेंडर ईयर पूरे भारतवर्ष के जो 365 दिन आते हैं जिसका साल बनता है उसमें 5 बार हम नवरात्रि सेलिब्रेट करते हैं ऑफ दैट दिस इज़ द लार्जेस्ट दिस इज़ द मोस्ट इवेंटफुल दिस इज़ द मोस्ट enjoying colorful and today it has become more commercialized so it's an like event been taken up लेकिन event के अंदर में भी ध्यान में रखिएगा when I'm using the word event it doesn't loses that culture and aroma of tradition it never loses आज भी लोग गरबे के अंदर में कमर्शियल गरबे के अंदर में भी मज़े करते हैं एंजॉय करते हैं with डांडिया with red blue green purple orange when I'm describing these all colors these are all the colors used to make fabric and simultaneously that same 9 colors are being utilized to decorate mother goddess for 9 days वो जरूर से होता है 9 दिन की तैयारी भी होती है और 9 दिन के 9 कलर बनाए जाते मतलब सिलेक्ट किए जाते हैं एंड फ्रॉम दैट 9 कलर्स द 9 डिफरेंट ड्रेस कोड विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड नेक्स्ट प्लीज नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज या oh this is the last slide coming up this is what we see the humongous gathering at one single given place more than 70,000 people has assembled with traditional dress code of kedu man wearing on the top called as kedu. It has a frill from chest line or the waistline. It's like kurta on the top, little coming to the waistline becomes has a long, a huge frills, and woman, the bottom for the man will be dhoti, and again it will be a colorful dhoti. Woman will be having chaniya choli. Chaniya is the ghagra or the skirt worn by the woman, not less than 5 meters in circumference. It is said that अगर वो थोड़ा सा भारी है तो जब वो रोटेट करते हैं ना तो अगर know that today the health conscious lady has to be careful otherwise अगर 2 चक्कर लगाया तो एक आधा चक्कर और भी वो कपड़ा उसको लेके चल देगा इट्स सो इंटरेस्टिंग so adorned and so much so decorated with various colors and various pattern been incorporated. This is called as United Way of Garba. United Way of Garba is the hub. जिस तरह से हम बोलते हैं कि नागपुर इज फेमस फॉर संतराज इस तरह से इन गुजरात और इन एंटायर गुजरात फ्रेटर्निटी दिस यूनाइटेड वे ऑफ गरबा इज फेमस its online registration is been done and people will be enjoying for all 9 nights people who want to participate has to be online party registration karna rahega only then they will be entering the ring rest audience can sit along with the singer and believe it atul purohit has been praising and singing mother goddess for more than 30 years continuously जब काले बाल थे तब से कर रहे हैं आज उनके बदन के ऊपर में सिर में सब जगह पे ग्रे बाल दिखाई दे रहे हैं दैट्स अ जर्नी ऑफ प्रेजिंग द पर्सन बिन डूइंग अनइंटरप्टेड अनइंटरप्टेड बोलेंगे ना तो इट्स वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट फाइनेस्ट finest. What he says that जब वो बोलते हैं तो the spirituality enters the arena. Spirituality enters the entire ring. People feel people feel the spirituality has entered. So it's not only गरबे में डांडिया लिया, उछल गए, कूद गए, डांस किया, मजे लिए. It's other than that. You are getting connected. Your heart gets connected with your soul. Your body gets connected with your soul. एक पूरा एक इंसान टॉप से लेकर सर से लेकर हार्ट तक एक पूरी एक थनगनाहट शरीर में महसूस करते हैं. सो एंड दिस इज हाउ पीपल enjoy all that 9 nights. Young girls, I'm talking young baby and girls when I say, तो वो लोग जो हैं, see in Ahmedabad in Gujarat we celebrate this festival in a as per the age group. बच्चे लोग, the toddlers till the age of 10 or 12, they create a temporary Shakti Peeth like a mountain, and at regular intervals there will be a cavity, symbolic cavity where illumination is being done. इस तरह का छोटे छोटे होल बनाए जाएंगे where oil lamp will be placed. Illumination takes place. जैसा हम शक्तिपीठ के पर्वत पे प्रयाण करेंगे, क्लाइम करेंगे, उस दैट टाइम हाउ praising and how our heart feels so happy. Same ambience has been created by these young toddlers. They lead the lamp, the mother goddess statue will be on top of it, and they rotate the oil lamp plates. The odd figure is very important in our mythology, in our culture. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So, 7 lamp plate will be decorated. That's called as Arti plate, and starts from the navel line going towards the uh, left shoulder, rotating from top of the head, again coming to the right shoulder and bringing back to the navel line. So that makes one single circle, full circle. That's a praising and also appreciating Mother Goddess. इस तरह से आरती किया जाएगा, करेंगे बच्चे लोग. दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम. बच्चे को मालूम होता है, समझना सीखता है, ट्राइज टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट how to create an event. Number one, how to manage when the money falls in the arti, collection will be done, accounts will be maintained, and at the end of 9 nights, the return gift will be given to all the community members staying inside. That gift will be decided by the children, not by the elders. They will not enter into the entire picture of this process. We call as Mohalla Mata. Mohalla Mata, but it got little bit easy to speak. अगर आप किसी गुजरात में किसी को जानते हैं तो मल्ला माता is very popular word. So young toddlers will be celebrating this particular event as such. Again, another group, little elder than, between the age group of 14, 15 till 25, ye younger generation. This generation belongs to people who are holding, today they are holding the mobile in the hand and they are very much happy with click. This will be wearing, they will be wearing the chanya choli and they will be moving out. Young boys also will be moving out with their own vehicles or the vehicles been given by the parents. Hopping from one pandal to another, jumping, dancing, enjoying. वो किसी की सुनते नहीं हैं वो 9 दिन, ना पेरेंट्स बोलेंगे ना बच्चे सुनेंगे. लेट नाइट तक, बिलीव इट, it's a more secure place. This is the best example. that when the Garba is finished by 12:30, 1 o'clock, because now it has been restricted by government that by 12, 12:30, the Garba has to be culminated. I'm talking about 12 years back when culmination, when there were no cap on the timings, the Garba used to function till morning 4:30, 5 o'clock. Sheri Garbas are still practiced till 4:30 in the morning. तो ये 5 बजे 4:30 बजे the woman can drive his own vehicle, her own vehicle with all the ornaments, maybe are the fake or maybe original gold ornaments. They come down, they drive their own vehicles midnight openly, and safely they reach their own destination, their own houses, ready to go next day. मान के चलिएगा जितना वर्ष मैं देख रहा हूँ सुन रहा हूँ and records also speak that we don't have any incident recorded at the police station that robbing was done, robbery took place on the roads, on the highway, or the young boys were robbed just because of the money or of the mobile or the golden or silver ornaments belongings. ऐसा कहीं पर भी अभी तक एक भी केस दर्ज नहीं हुआ है ये 9 दिन के अंदर में, नवरात्रि के 9 दिन के अंदर. Not a single case has been registered. That speaks that not only faith, but the religion, but the cultural value is very high. During these 9 nights, the notorious community also fuses the activities and blends his thought process with Mother Goddess, enters the spirituality, enters the tranquility. वो उसमें मय हो जाते हैं, लय हो जाते हैं 9 दिन के लिए. So it's very, very enjoying, very much interesting that people are enjoying. Notorious community become calm. Parents are very much calm and helpful. आज मेरा बेटा जा रहा है, मेरी बेटी जा रही है, 15 साल की बेटी, 16 साल की बेटी रात को 2 बजे आती है. There is no fear whatsoever reason may be. तो एक spirituality prevail करती है, ये भी मान के चलते हैं हम. Next slide please. These are the early depiction being shown here. On the left hand side, that's the Bhimbetka, and on the right hand side, that's the Hampi temple. I visited Hampi 12 years back and I took this picture. Very clearly, जो हम लोग रास करते हैं डांडिया से, that has been depicted here. हम्पी के अंदर में बताया गया है दराज. And Bhimbetka, people over there, they interpreted this is group dance. Exactly what we say in Gujarat, this the group, this is also a group dance as such. Group dance इसलिए male, female, and believe it my friends, transgenders are also equally participating in this Garba. It's not only a Garba for man, woman, young, elders. 90 years woman, I always see that she is delighted, she is overwhelming. She is narrating the story that मेरे टाइम में जब मैं बच्ची थी तब मैंने ऐसा किया था. It's a fusion of the age people, it's a fusion of the all male, female, and transgender too. This is not that today government is allowing. I'm talking way back. And Ambaji, the Shakti Peeth, Bahujaraji, again a Shakti Peeth in Gujarat, where the head shaving ceremony of Krishna was done. Transgender people, Hijras are been worshipped, been taken into account little ahead, little on the top of the priest. पुजारी से भी थोड़े ऊपर के तौर पे उनको माना जाता है. ये बहुचरा जी मंदिर के अंदर में वो भी एक शक्तिपीठ है. मराठा के टाइम में बनाया गया था ये. एंड इट गोज बैक दैट कृष्णास हेड शेविंग सेरेमनी जो हम बोलते हैं ना बाल, पेट के बाल उतारना चाहिए, निकालने चाहिए. So that Krishna's head shaving ceremony was done into Bahucharaji, and they are present there. I'm trying to connect even transgender to this festival. सब लोगों ने कलर, खाना, मजे लेना ये तो किया ही है. उसके अलावा जो कम्युनिटी को आज तक ट्रांसजेंडर इज ऑलवेज बिन नेग्लेक्टेड, never been allowed, but this festival has given them a very respectable position. They are on the top of it. We call locally as Masi. Masi is mother's sister. मेरी माँ की बहन, उसको मासी कहते हैं. तो my mother is mother goddess and she is the sister. That utmost spiritual respect, spiritual name is been given to the community where it has been very much neglected. उन्हें कहीं पे भी जगह देने की बारी आती है तो जो बोलने वाले लोग होते हैं वो बोल देते हैं कि प्रैक्टिस करने की बारी आती है तो पीपल स्टे बिहाइंड. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. Navratri is often found to transcend regional influences and local culture. पूरे भारतवर्ष में आई थिंक वी व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड तो सर ने भी ये डिस्क्राइब किया था that it's not only Gujarat, epicenter definitely is Gujarat, but it goes. Bengal is been glooming in those 9 nights. Durga Puja, the statue will be constructed, the job will be created for all the people who are working to create Mother Goddess. Kumartuli is the place where it's an epicenter of making the idols, clay idols. तो कुमारटोली विल बी एट द ब्लूम. एक ऊपर की बोलते हैं ना, एक ग्लूमिंग 12 बजे में सूर्य सिर पे होता है, ऐसा नवरात्रि के टाइम पे कुमारटोली इज ऑक्यूपाइड. सो दैट्स कॉल्ड दुर्गा पूजा इन बंगाल. रामलीला ऑफ बनारस, द स्टोरी ऑफ राम called as Purna Purushottam. Purna Purushottam, what how the male character should be. ये पूरा एक कहानी के तौर पे, एपिसोड के तौर पे, 9 एपिसोड के तौर पे ये पूरी कहानी डेपिक्ट की जाएगी, बताई जाएगी. हाउ श्री राम वॉज बॉर्न एंड द चाइल्डहुड, द मैनहुड, एजुकेशन, ऋषि के साथ में उन्होंने पढ़ाई की है. एंड देन आफ्टर associated with the family members in the exile for 14 years along with his brother, with his wife. तो वो जो एपिसोड्स की कहानियाँ होती हैं वो सुनाई जाती है विद द हेल्प ऑफ ड्रामा ऑन द स्टेज. इट्स वेरी वेरी फैसिनेटिंग. आज कहानी यहाँ तक ख़त्म हुई है. नो, नाउ टुडे वी हैव ऑन OTT प्लेटफॉर्म नेटफ्लिक्स के ऊपर में एपिसोड 1, एपिसोड 2 इस तरह की कहानियाँ चलती हैं. People put a pause. I'm trying to connect the contemporary events with the traditional event. That रात को 11 बजे 12 बजे खत्म होता है, meaning that by the one episode is finished and there will be a pause and we'll join tomorrow again. तो वो अनाउंसमेंट भी करते हैं, कल हम ये एपिसोड सुनने वाले हैं, देखने वाले हैं. दशहरा ऑफ Mysore. 9 nights are celebrated and 10th day will be celebrated. That is Dashera. Warrior family has been successfully creating and inviting the people from world at large. अगर दशहरा देखना है तो मैसूर जाना है. और मैसूर क्यों जाएंगे? क्योंकि दशहरा देखना है. इट्स मोर और लेस बोथ द साइड ऑफ द कॉइन. अगर उछाला, नो, व्हेन यू toss the coin in the air, it falls If it is Mysore, then you see the beauty. If falls on the Dasara, then it's a celebration. It's very interesting state, very interesting warrior family today also. Aaj bhi, they are very humble family. I don't know. Without my introduction, I have met the warrior family in a very easy and convenient manner. My wife is tribal artist. We just introduced to the gave a small letter. We want to meet you, and immediately they said, "Okay, come down and let's have discussion." As such. So that humbleness comes to the person who are associated with the God, with the mother goddess. शायद ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ कि जो फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेशन होता है इनका यहाँ पे when they are celebrating this Dashera, that has given that politeness, that has given that humbleness to open up and meet and greet the people anytime people want it. Larger than the celebration of Mumbai are all the spectacular in their own ways. Bollywood, that's the synonym, that's the second word been given to Mumbai. गणेश उत्सव तो होता ही है, but the film industry, the glamour industry has started celebrating, started coming up, celebrating the garbas at regular intervals. Sanjay Leela Bansali has taken many garba as a part of the song into his films. And we know many things about the Salman Khan also, that he has been participating, he has been taking up garba as a part of him. So nothing can stop the celebration moving to the other part of the world. हमारे गुजराती में we have a proverb, જ્યાં જ્યાં વસે ગુજરાતી ત્યાં ત્યાં હોય સદાકાળ ગુજરાત. One Gujarati, if he settle out of India, will it he will manage to pull up his nearest and dearest, and when nearest and dearest are coming, they manage to pull up their friends and relatives. In turn, they create a mini Gujarati ambience where they are staying. Yesterday, I got an opportunity to meet people in Trivandrum, the Gujarati Samaj people, and my first question was, "Do you celebrate Garba?" This was the fourth generation people staying in Trivandrum. Fourth generation. If we consider 22 or 25 years of one generation, it's 100 years they had been settled in Trivandrum. Everybody said with the same sound, "Ha," that is yes. With broad smile and shining eyes, giving the answer, that's the festival we look forward to celebrate. New York is the place where Garba celebration is done. Police and social security people come down and block the road, stop the vehicular movements from 9:30 in the evening till 12:30. सड़क को बंद कर देते हैं. I'm talking in New York. This is the love, the respect being given by non-Gujarati people across the planet towards the traditional folk dance. एक बेहतरीन कला है ये. Know when people are dancing, they rotate themselves 380 degree. Simultaneously, immediately they come back into the into clockwise and anti-clockwise. They keep on rotating themselves. This is the best exercise. This is the best exercise people has done. Bilbid, it's a traditional folk dance that gives them an opportunity. नौ रात के अंदर में भी लोग अपने आप को चुस्त और फुर्तीला रखते हैं. This is what it stands for as such. Next slide, please. It's a fusion of the words what we see here. But every time in the center is Durga. Mother Goddess. It's a synonym. All the words what you see here are the synonym to the celebration. Bollywood, India, beautiful, Garba, day, steps, ras, dance, Navratri, moments, accessories, stretch, Falguni, Vijayadashmi, circles, attire, ghagra, Bollywood, jewelry, puja, dupatta, gopis, ma, are more than, I have calculated, these are more than 362 words been used for this celebration. कुछ भी बोल देंगे ना when we say Gandhi. So you utter any word, Gandhi has spoken to that word on that particular subject. कोई भी शब्द ऐसा नहीं है जिस पे गांधी ने नहीं बोला है ऐसा. So when you see this entire cluster of words, a group of words, so it's formed in circular. ये मैंने सर्कुलर में फॉर्म किया है. ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज विद द टेक्निक ओनली, द इंटरनेट टेक्निक से ही किया है मैंने. दिस नॉट माय सम रॉकेट साइंस से नहीं किया गया है. जस्ट selected the words and put it, then this type of words have come up as such. But this type of word is itself a garba, mother goddess in the center, and when you see all the different words around it, वो बताता है सब लोग गोल घूम रहे हैं, पूजा मजे ले रहे हैं. Now because there are little different colors and also the fonts are larger and smaller, तो बताता है छोटे बच्चे बड़े बच्चे घूम रहे हैं, मजे ले रहे हैं, डिफरेंट कलर ड्रेस कोड से भी आनंद कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. आहा, दैट्स अ डे सेलिब्रेशन. फाफड़ा, jalebi, and the shredded one, yellow shredded one, is raw papaya, and the liquid one yellow is again kadhi. Chickpeas flour will be cooked in curd added with mustard seeds and fenugreek seeds. In between these two yellow is the green one chili. On top of it, little yellowish orange. That's the jalebi. My friends, believe it, a restaurant in Ahmedabad called Chandravilas, which is almost 134 years old, and very strongly it has been believed that when Gandhi came to Ahmedabad in 1917, Vallabhbhai got associated with Gandhi, and they used to hold evening meeting to discuss the strategy how to protest against British. And when discussion was going on, in course of discussion, they wanted to have something to eat. So they requested थोड़ा भजिया, हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे उसे, पकोड़े बोलते हैं हिंदी में. So this Gandhi and Sardar were very much interested to have that bhajia, and thereafter bhajia club came into existence. And the idea behind this was the Gandhi and Vallabh Patel, and the bhajia was brought in from Chandravilas, and they are the pioneers of making these fafdas. Again, jalebi, we call, always I describe jalebi as round, round and stop. Round, round and stop. So that's very interesting. Jalebi is always together. Fafda and jalebi. It's again always side of the two side of the coin. We have the serial Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, wherein the Jethalal is always been teased by his father Bapuji. पूरा दिन खाएगा, and Daya is always been into preparing the jalebis. Papadas are not so easy to be prepared in house, but today, after pandemic, papada can be produced, can be fried in house. That strategy and that type of recipe and that type of preparations are available. In fact, so Gujarati recipe Fafda Jalebi Gantia has crossed the country and across the planet. People are enjoying this delicacy with great love and respect. आज हम लोग भी every day we have something to eat, but definitely sometimes we have one diet that is cooked in besan or the chickpea flour, garnished with jalebi. I'm using the word garnish with jalebi. It's not a part of the. It's थोड़ा सा ऊपर रहेगा ना. So you have a very aromatic and dipped in sugar syrup. So uh, fafda, which will be a neutral in taste, besan ka deep fry kiya, then jalebi juicy with sugar syrup, ting shape of the taste of the papaya, raw papaya, and the liquid. So it's wonderful blend, crisp, sweet, raw, and cooked. People interested to go for spicy, they can always use the green chili. Green chili, a little fluffy, will be vadvani. We call vadvani marcha. These are the standard matcha, which are not thick but not thin also. Very thin chili will be very, very, very hot. यहाँ का बाल खड़ा कर सकती है, इतनी गर्म मतलब इतनी वो तेज होती है. But these are the middle one, but still little broader. Not exactly the bell pepper or capsicum, but little smaller. They are like cucumber. Keep on eating and eating and eating, and you enjoy it everything. Gujarat, we have at least one recipe in a day, cooked and deep fried either in besan or with the karara besan, थोड़ा मोटा वाला बेसन होगा ऐसा, फाइन और थोड़ा मोटा, ऐसा एक रेसिपी लाजमी बनता है हमारे डाइट के अंदर में, बिकॉज ऑफ द वाटर कंडीशन अवेलेबल विथ अस, इट्स मोर मिनरल रिच. तो वो मिनरल रिच पानी जब पीते हैं तो वी नीड टू गेट डाइजेस्टेड, एंड दैट्स हाउ द डाइजेस्टिव एजेंट इज बेसन, what we see here. I here like to uh, open up the session for questions. Members, participants, they may put the questions also simultaneously. Then let the last slide come up as such. Still one, yeah. Jagadambe, Maambe, day 1, 2, and 3 are meant for her. Durga, 4, 5, and 6. Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, 7, 8, and 9 days. This I have received the data from Kolkata only and from the interior village of Gujarat. जहाँ पे शेरी गरबा आज भी चलते हैं, वहाँ पे सिर्फ ढोल और नगाड़े से ये सेलिब्रेशन होता है. वहाँ पे माइक नहीं है और कभी भी माइक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को इलेक्ट्रीफाई करने के लिए यूज़ नहीं करते हैं. आई ओपन अप द सेशन फॉर क्वेश्चंस फॉर ऑल द मेंबर्स प्लीज.
Yeah, you elaborated very much about this Navratri festival. Can you tell something that how a tourist, when we visit Gujarat during Navratri festival, how he can plan his itinerary and how, especially you can show him this Navratri
Celebration,
festival,
this
how he
celebration.
can plan and how he can visit, how he can go, what are the places in Gujarat he would, it will be useful and enjoyable for him. Can you explain?
Fine. Suman sir, thank you very much. 9 nights, when I say, so it's not exactly the date, but we have to see the lunar position. It will be late September and early October. So people should see that when they are coming here. सबसे पहला no, they have to have their own, that is say, that 9 colors come into the picture for them. Prepare something for them. अपने खुद के लिए एक अच्छे से कपड़े बनाएंगे. They visit here. We have every village, every small city, every major city like Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Bhavnagar, Vadodara. These are the major city where the commercial Garba as well as traditional Garba as well as the Sheri Garba are celebrated. So it will be a visit of 3 days to these particular points and trying to understand and getting into a Sheri Garba, then entering into the city Garba and the commercial Garba, which is more elaborated form. So आएंगे. In the daytime, we can visit the historical monuments. In the evening time, we see the children process doing Mohalla Mata, and in the night time till 12:30, and again 12:30, visiting the venues. We will definitely we take care of the bookings, we take care of the tickets, we take care of the permissions, and we moved on with all our guests. Give them a special location where they can enjoy not by vision, they can enjoy by participation also. So, 3 days will be ideal to visit Garba. Else, people are more interested that 3 days will be day 1, day 2, and 3. First 3 days. Else, if there is more deep to be understood, then 7, 8, and 9 days will again very much interesting because Sastami, Astami, Navami. These are very important dates for celebration. It's in a bloom. एकदम ऊपर आसमान में लोग का celebration पहुंच जाता है. So that 3 days, the last 3 days, culminating on 9th, that is also a very important celebration. So we managed to have all type of events. I'm using the word events. I feel extremely sorry when I say, but still, it's an event. This celebration event. So first 3 days and last 3 days of the three options can be taken, and accordingly into that we take visit to a sanctuary which is very close to Ahmedabad, the wildlife sanctuary, and again we try to visit Ambaji to glorify the entire event, to give a crowning session of the entire itinerary. Because from that place only the process of Garba starts. Ambaji and coming down to uh, the sanctuary, wildlife sanctuary, and then to Ahmedabad or Vadodara, what is convenient, as we can take up, or both can be incorporated. 3 days program will be a very ideal program. We will be able to provide them the dandiyas. If they want, we will definitely hire that colorful chania choli, colorful dresses for them on a temporary basis.
Yeah, certainly anybody can go. Then he will like to enjoy the attire and like to experience the dance, like to participate in that, to feel the live experience of this Navratri festival. So, if we do not have any question, if any participant want to add up anything, they can add. Uh, so largely, Mr. Girish has given a very good, knowledgeable and insightful experience of Dandiya during this night Navratri festival that happens not only in Gujarat but all over the world. You nicely mentioned this colorful decoration, these 9 colors, which we were not aware actually that there are different 9 days having 9 colors and the 9 dress code. And as you mentioned, 70,000 people participating at a time. That is a huge you can say it becomes a huge event, and that happens everywhere. And of course, that spirituality is the main theme of this Navratri. It is not only the dance, it is not only the people connect, but the spirituality is the main concept behind it. The arti you mentioned about Mohalla Mata, we were not aware about these things. That how these young girls take lead in these celebrations, and they do their very important role. This is you can say this Navratri becomes the most sacred place, as you mentioned, the celebration of this goddess Durga and other things. Of course, you mentioned this. This is the most safest place during this festival. Also, at night and any time, a lady or a young girl, a boy, they can move around anywhere and fearless. That is the big thing a tourist would like, because when we promote our Indian tourism to uh, foreign tourists and everywhere, they talk about the safety and security, and we can set
Mm.
this Gujaratism example where we can show everything like at night, and with all the jewelry and all his ornaments, all the ornaments, anybody can walk anytime in the night alone or whatever. That is very marvelous. Now, the fusion of all aged people, like the boys, the girls, the aged people, the middle aged people, and the most importantly, that, that transgenders, which are included in the celebration, that gives us this inclusiveness of our culture, that tells us that we are all unite, we are all one, there is one humankind. That message is given by this festival. And of course, now the film industry has taken it up all over the world. We know many songs which depict this Garba dance and festivals. And you elaborated very well about the cuisine, like fafra, jalebi, and many other things that actually we have not had, we have not experienced. And I think a tourist when he visits Gujarat, especially during Navratri, I think he will have a very magnificent experience. He will learn a lot about this Indian culture and Indian cuisine, which we have in that part of the world, and we can certainly know much about this uh, festival, the spirituality, the culture, and the living, and that. Especially, I like this dress. I think very traditional dress. Sometimes it reminds us to the Lord Krishna, the time Lord Krishna was there, and how he might be wearing such dresses, and how he would perform this Ras
Ras Leela.
Leela that we have learned in Mahabharata and other
Yes, yes,
epics.
yes, yes.
So reminds us the things. And of course, the this is the Dwarka is the place of Lord Krishna that everybody knows and we admire. So visiting Gujarat, visiting through Ahmedabad or many other airports, well connected. Gujarat is well connected to the world, many international airports, and of course, lot of visitors visit Gujarat, and we have seen the advertisement by Shri Amitabh Bachchan, कुछ दिन तो गुजरात बिताओ गुजरात में.
Bichare.
So I think Gujarat has given us a lot of opportunity, not only this cultural and
Hmm, 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 hmm.
this festivals, even the wildlife. The Gujarat is one of the best destination to visit, and of course Ahmedabad village tours and other things what Mr. Grace is organizing. Certainly, I'm sure it is going to be very helpful for us to learn about the culture and traditions that is still treasured in the villages. So sometimes we say those who have not seen the villages of India, they have not seen the India. Because
Very much true.
practically, I can say India lives in the villages. Our traditions, our culture are still treasured in the villages, and we must explore it, we must preserve it, and we must see it. So
Okay.
with that, I thank Mr. Greece and our Dekho Apna Desh team, NEGT team, and all the participants who take time to participate and of course learn from this Dekho Apna Desh initiative of Ministry of Tourism. Thank you very much, all of you, Mr. Greece
Thank
and everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
very much. Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
being with
Thanks.
us. Thank you listening to carefully. The last thing
Yeah.
right now, fireflies, no, the mosquito जुगनू होता है ना. So in
Uh,
the night time when they fly, it like a light moving around. So in our forest in Dang district, extreme western southern side of Gujarat, this night safari is been organized. It's
okay.
like plus maybe
I know, I'm sure
millions of
Gujarat has a
yeah,
lot of itineraries, lot of
yeah. It's बहुत
um,
मजा आता है
things
उसमें.
to
Yes,
showcase and offer. That's true, and we are working closely with Gujarat Tourism, and lot of festivals are coming up, and we are participating in at the ministry. And there are many villages where there are festivals, special festivals that is organized, and ministry is participating in through our regional office that is in Mumbai. And certainly I will like to visit in one of the exhibitions and celebrations. So thanks for your
fine sir, fine. Thank
insightful,
you.
knowledgeable.
Thank you sir. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you.